Yes! Yes, that's right, I still own this car. Now, for my new subscribers, let me explain. Firstly, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Secondly, this is my car. Now, if you haven't seen my video, last December, this car failed its MOT, and at the time, I was looking to sell the car. Fast forward, we're now in May 2018, and it's still here. Now, the idea was, I did actually have the money to repair this car. Due to some unfortunate circumstances, my wife and I came into a bit of money, and I thought, great, I'm going to fix it. So I'm down here today at MX5 Restorer, but this car isn't being repaired. To cut a very long story short, it's not going to be cost effective to fix this car. So the front chassis rails need to be fixed. The near side sill is pretty much gone. It's just completely rusted away. The brake lines need to be fixed. The alternator belt is snapped, and this car actually broke down on my way here when I drove it down the other day. The alternator belt snapped, and it caused the car to overheat. So the engine may be warped. If it is warped, then it will need a new engine. So as you can imagine, all the costs are building up. So for me to repair this car, as much as I want to, it's simply not viable. So I'm really sorry to have to say this, but this car will be broken up. I've tried my best to save this car because this car is limited edition and these ones are rather rare, but sorry, old boy, it's time for you to go. But there is some good news from this tale, because I have already replaced this car with this, a Mark 1 MX5. Now, this is an S Special. This car has been imported, so it's a Unos. And yes, it's got a few battle scars and the paintwork and the bodywork isn't perfect, but the mechanics are sound, which is what really matters. So come on, let's have a look at the car. So you may think that the colour is the same as my car. Now this is Montego Blue, which I really like because in certain lights it looks navy blue, then it kind of looks like an emerald, and in certain lights it even looks black. It's a wonderful colour. Now compare it to my car is Twilight Blue, or also known as Racing Blue, and sometimes in the light it can change colour a little bit, but not as much as the Montego Blue, so it's very nice. Now from factory, this would have come with, I think it was 14-inch alloys, but the owner I bought it off, he has put the 15-inch alloys, which have been taken off an MX5 Phoenix Mark II model. Not too sure what I'm going to do with the alloys. At first I wasn't too keen on them, but they are growing on me, but I might fit some aftermarket ones on, possibly tasteful ones. I don't want to really make this car distasteful. Have a quick look at the back. Now, if you come around to the back, you'll notice two things. Firstly, the rear bumper has had quite a few scuffs and battle scars to it. So I would probably look to get that touched up at some point. But if you come down here, you will see it has a Cobalt exhaust. That was fitted last night by myself and a YouTuber Exhausted. Now, I've done a separate video with that, which will come after this video, which will show the install process and how the car sounds. So I haven't got a lot of time today because I need to head off to the London Motor Show after I've done this. So there'll be no driving in this video. But I wanted to introduce the car and I wanted to reveal it. I'm so excited, I can't even get my words out. I wanted to reveal this car today because I just can't hold it in any longer. I've actually had this 1 or 2 days now, so yeah, very excited. Let's have a look at the interior, shall we? So we've got a soft top. This has got a soft top from a Mark II. This has got the glass window as opposed to the plastic window that you would get in a Mark I. And the soft top is in really good condition. It has got 1 or 2 nicks the other side, but they're really small and they could be touched up quite nicely. It does have a matching hard top as well. Obviously that's not on today because it is glorious, a really nice day in the UK. So what else do I need to tell you about? So it's got quite a lot of features. You've got the stainless steel scuff plates, which look really nice. Got the roads on them, look really good. This isn't the factory fitted steering wheel. This is a Momo steering wheel, but I do rather like it. It does look quite nice. You've also got the tombstone seats, but for my height, and indeed my wife's height, because we're both quite tall, you will find that, well, actually, when I'm driving, I'm probably a bit lower down, but it's a bit too short, but that's a small complaint. It's got aircon. It's also got an aftermarket stereo, so it's got a Sony stereo in here, which has got Bluetooth, and because it's got a microphone up here, it's hands-free. So I've got like nice mod cons mixed in, classic features. Well, I say classic, this car isn't strictly a classic. It's 20 years old, so built in 1998, making it one of the last Mark I's to be made, and it was imported into the UK in 2004. It's done, let's see, almost 133,000 kilometres, which I believe is around 81,000, 82,000 miles. I'd have to double check and do the calculations and so forth. The interior is, yeah, it's nice. It really is. Yeah, it's been kept well, and the car drives wonderfully. It really does feel sound. Like I say, the bodywork does need a bit of attention, but that can be sorted out. Oh, further down the line. Now, rust. That's what you're thinking. The rust is really good on this car. Well, what I mean is that it hasn't got a lot of rust. Now, the driver's side sill, so far side, there is a little bit of rust forming, but as long as we keep on top of that, we should be okay. So let's give the viewers a closer look at that. So as you can see, it's starting to form, but it's not a serious issue yet. Myself and YouTuber Exhausted will keep a check on that. Now, the near side, passenger side, has been done quite recently. So as you can see, come on down. As you can see, the rust on this side is, well, there isn't any rust, and that has been done rather well. And let's come around to the front, give you one more look. Now this badge will be replaced at some point, because that badge is a little bit, well, it's a bit, oh, just wait for that thing to go past. Yeah, that badge will be replaced at some point, because as you can see, it's a little bit grotty, it does need replacing. But the great thing about Mark 1, we all know the great thing about Mark 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pop-up headlights for the win. Yes. I wanted a Mark 1 originally, but I couldn't afford a decent one in budget, which is why I ended up with my Mark 2, and we all know how that went. Let's pop them down. There we are. Fantastic. So let me talk to you about the engine. Actually, let me lift the bonnet up. Let me find the catch. There we are. So if you come around here, these have been fitted by the previous owner, and it just means that the bonnet stands up by itself, and it just makes life easier. So this has got the 1.8 litre engine, naturally aspirated, but at some point I will be putting a turbo on this car. It'll be near future, hopefully by the end of this year, but we'll have to wait and see. So it has 133 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 comes about just over 8 seconds, and top speed, actually I have to admit, I've not researched for top speed just yet, but I would have thought it's between 120 miles per hour and 130. Apologies that I seem like I haven't done my homework, but obviously I bought this car quite quickly. So that car was brought here last Saturday, today's Thursday. I looked at this car Monday just gone, and I bought it the same night. So yeah, this car is still very new to me, but this is the first time that I have revealed it on YouTube and social media and so forth. But yeah, like I say, it will get a turbo at some point. As part of the specification, you've also got this strut bar for better rigidity. So it just means that the car feels a little bit more composed and it gives better handling. Now, from factory, this car would have had a Bilstein suspension, but that was removed by the previous owner because he said it was a bit too firm. And he also said that the car was riding a bit too low, meaning that he was scraping on speed humps. So I will be fitting coilovers to this car. I've got Gas Gold Pro to put on this car. That will come in due course as well. But yeah, my new MX-5, yes! And it's a Mark 1. Fantastic stuff indeed. So I will do another video where I'll talk more about this car in depth, and I know you're probably thinking, well, you've just done that, but this car is an S Special, and it has got a few things which make it a really desirable car, and it's an imported car as well. And I'm sure you want to see me driving the car, and you want to see how that exhaust sounds as well. So I'm going to wrap it up there. That's probably enough talking for one video, plus time is getting on. But yeah, let's lower the bonnet like so. Just one more thing, I almost forgot. A massive thank you to Oscar, aka Exhausted, for being a massive help. I have sent him numerous messages and emails, and frankly, he must be sick to death from hearing from me. He couldn't be with me today because he is getting his own MX-5 MOT, but Oscar, you've been a massive help. Thank you for helping me pick a really nice car, and thank you for helping me fit the exhauster as well. But yeah, Oscar, thank you. There is a big crate of beers coming your way. And there we go. Very excited, very grateful, very pleased about my new MX-5 Mark 1. So there will be plenty of videos coming with this car. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe for more car obsession.